The theater feels unusually quiet as a young Filipino boy steps onto the America's Got Talent stage, his small figure illuminated by bright lights that seem almost too big for him. The audience watches with gentle curiosity, unsure of what to expect from someone so young standing alone in such a massive space. He grips the microphone carefully, taking a deep breath, as if reminding himself why he is there. When the judges ask his name and where he is from, his voice is soft but steady. He proudly says he is from the Philippines and has come to sing Lupang Hinirang, the national anthem of his country. That simple statement immediately changes the mood in the room. This is no longer just another audition. It feels like a moment of respect and representation. The camera cuts to the judges' table. Sofia Vergara smiles warmly while Heidi Klum tilts her head, clearly intrigued. Howie Mandel listens closely, sensing that something meaningful is about to happen. Simon Cowell leans forward slightly, his usual relaxed posture replaced by focused attention. The boy explains that he wants to honor his homeland and make his family proud, especially those watching from far away. His words are not dramatic or rehearsed, they are sincere, which makes them even more powerful. In the audience, a soft murmur spreads, then fades into silence. People sit up straighter, phones slowly lowering as they realize this performance deserves full attention. The stage lights glow behind the boy, framing him almost like a symbol rather than just a contestant. For a brief moment before the music starts, time seems to pause. The child closes his eyes, steadies his breathing, and prepares to sing, carrying with him the hopes of his family, his country, and a story far bigger than his age. The first note escapes the boy's lips with a clarity that instantly transforms the atmosphere inside the theater. It is soft but perfectly controlled, floating through the room with a sincerity that demands silence. Conversations stop, shifting bodies grow still, and every eye locks onto the stage. The melody of Lupang Hinirang begins to unfold, and with it comes an unexpected emotional weight. For such a young child, his voice carries remarkable discipline and depth, as if each note has been carefully placed with respect and pride. The sound does not waver. Instead, it grows stronger, more confident, filling the vast space with surprising ease. The camera captures the judges' reactions one by one. Sofia Vergara's expression changes from curiosity to disbelief, her smile slowly fading into awe. Heidi Klum's eyes widen as she listens, clearly taken by the purity of the performance. Howie Mandel nods quietly, his face serious, recognizing the rare sincerity in front of him. Simon Cowell sits frozen, his gaze fixed on the boy, listening far more intently than usual. The toughness he is known for seems to disappear, replaced by quiet respect. As the anthem continues, the audience begins to feel the meaning behind every word. Even those unfamiliar with the language, the emotion transcends translation, carried by the boy's tone and control. Some people place their hands over their hearts, others blink back tears. The theater feels unified in that moment, connected by a song sung with honesty and purpose. What started as a simple audition now feels like a powerful tribute, and everyone realizes they are witnessing something truly special. As the song reaches its most powerful lines, the boy's voice rises with unexpected strength, filling the theater with emotion and pride. His posture straightens, and for a moment, he no longer looks like a nervous child, but like a confident performer standing tall for his country. He closes his eyes, fully immersed in the song, delivering each note with passion and control. The sound echoes through the hall, and the weight of the moment becomes impossible to ignore. Audience members begin to stand even before the final note is sung, moved by the sincerity pouring from the stage. When the last note finally fades, there is a brief, almost sacred silence. No one claps immediately, as if the room needs a second to breathe after what it has just experienced. Then the applause explodes. The entire theater rises to its feet in a thunderous standing ovation. Cheers mix with applause, and some people wipe tears from their eyes. The boy opens his eyes, visibly overwhelmed, and bows shilly, his hands trembling slightly as he realizes the impact of his performance. At the judges' table, every judge is standing. Sofia Vergara claps with a proud smile. Heidi Klum presses her hands together in admiration, and Howie Mandel applauds with genuine respect. Simon Cowell stands as well, applauding longer than anyone else. His eyes are glossy, and he briefly looks down, collecting himself before looking back at the boy. The tough, unshakable judge appears deeply moved, struggling to hide his emotions. In that moment, it becomes clear that this performance has touched everyone in the room, turning a young boy's song into an unforgettable experience. As the applause slowly fades, the emotion in the room remains heavy and warm. The boy stands quietly at center stage, still catching his breath, his face a mix of relief and disbelief. The judges take their seats, but their expressions show they are far from calm. Sofia Vergara speaks first, her voice filled with admiration as she tells the boy that his performance was not only beautiful but incredibly brave. She explains that it takes great courage for a child to stand on such a big stage and sing a song that represents an entire nation. The audience responds with another round of supportive applause. Heidi Klum follows, praising the purity and control in the boy's voice. She says that every note felt honest and respectful, and that she could feel the emotion even without understanding every word. Howie Mandel adds that this was not just singing but storytelling through music. He points out how the boy made everyone in the theater feel connected, proving that music truly has no language barrier. Finally, all eyes turn to Simon Cowell. He pauses for a long moment, clearly choosing his words carefully. When he speaks, his voice is softer than usual. He admits that performances like this are rare and reminds everyone why America's Got Talent exists in the first place. Simon tells the boy that he didn't just come to compete. He came to represent his people with dignity and heart. He confesses that the performance genuinely moved him, something that doesn't happen often. The audience applauds again, recognizing the weight of Simon's words. The boy listens quietly, nodding with respect, unaware that this moment has already become one of the most memorable auditions of the season. After leaving the stage, the boy walks backstage where his family rushes toward him, wrapping him in tight hugs filled with pride and relief. The emotions finally spill over, as smiles turn into tears, and the moment feels deeply personal despite the massive production around them. Crew members and fellow contestants pause to congratulate him, some still visibly moved by what they just witnessed. The child clutches his family, overwhelmed by the love and support, still trying to understand how a simple song from his homeland could touch so many hearts. Within hours, clips of the performance begin spreading across social media platforms. Viewers from different countries share the video praising the boy's courage, discipline, and emotional delivery. Filipinos around the world repost it with messages of pride, calling the audition a powerful reminder of their culture and identity. Headlines quickly appear highlighting how a young Filipino singer stunned the AGT judges and moved even Simon Cowell to tears. The performance becomes more than entertainment. It turns into a symbol of unity and respect. As interviews and reactions continue, the boy remains humble, saying he only wanted to honor his country and make his family proud. His audition is remembered not just for vocal talent, but for the emotion behind it. Long after the episode airs, people continue to return to the video, describing it as a moment when music crossed borders and age, proving that even the smallest voice can create a worldwide impact.